I want to talk to you about gratitude. Not the way you've heard it before. Not the journal every morning, count your blessings. Be positive kind of gratitude. No, I want to talk about gratitude at its root, where it actually comes from. Why most of us completely miss it. This is how I personally define gratitude. Gratitude is getting to an internal place where I realize that no one owes us anything. Not your friends, not your family, not the world. Nobody. Now, before you check out on me, I'm not saying that from a depressing place. I'm saying it from the most freeing place I know. Because the truth is, everyone on earth is on their own journey. They're here for their own reason. The moment you stop expecting people to show up in a specific way for you, something shifts. You stop keeping score. You start actually seeing people. How does that sound? You start actually seeing people. Here's something most of us do. I've done it too. Be honest with yourself on this one. You go to someone's wedding. You bring a gift. You show up. You celebrate them. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you're keeping a record. When your big moment comes, when your big day comes, whether it's your birthday, your wedding, etc., you're quietly noticing who shows up, who brings a gift. When they don't, you're hurt, maybe even a little resentful. Now, I'm not saying reciprocity is a bad thing, not a beautiful thing. Actually, it is a beautiful thing. When it happens naturally, it's a beautiful part of human connection. Here's the thing. There's a massive difference between doing something that's right and even appropriate to do, doing something that must be done. The moment you turn a gift into a debt, you have left gratitude behind. At this point, you're simply just running a transaction. What happens when you let go of that scoreboard? When you give a gift, not because you're expecting anything in return, not because social norms say you must, simply because it feels right, because you wanted to, because that's the kind of person you chose to be. Something changes internally. You stop comparing, you stop calculating, you stop feeling cheated when people don't return what you gave. You start doing things from a completely different place, a place of genuine generosity, of genuine freedom. That is gratitude. Not just being thankful for what you have, releasing the expectation of what you're owed. Here's what that shift actually does for your life, in your life. When you stop expecting, you start noticing. You notice the good that's already around you, that you were too busy keeping score before to realize. You notice the people who show up quietly without fanfare. You notice the small moments that don't announce themselves. You become much more aware. Something else happens. You become a better giver because you're no longer giving to get. You're giving because it's right, because it feels good, because that's who you are. People feel that difference. They feel when someone gives freely versus giving strategically. That version of you that gives freely, that person draws people in. You become a magnet. That person builds real relationships. That person moves through life, through the world, lighter and ultimately happier, less stuck and more ready to move forward in their growth. Now you may ask, how do I accomplish this? Well, in small steps. For this week, just one thing. Find one situation in your life where you've been keeping score. One relationship, one expectation, one unspoken debt you've been carrying around, waiting for someone to pay back. Consciously, for real, release it. Not because they deserve it, because you deserve to put that weight down. It's for you. That release, that moment of letting go of what you think you're owed, that's where gratitude actually lives. That's the root. That's where it starts. Nobody owes you anything. The moment you truly accept that, the moment you really feel it, not just understand it intellectually, you'll realize you've been richer than you thought this whole time. That's the power of gratitude. I'm just getting started with this series. I want you with me for all of it. Subscribe to Expanding Possibility. Drop a comment below. Is there something in your life you've been expecting from someone that maybe it's time to let go? Let's talk about it. The only limit you have is the one you set for yourself.